Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from atomolsonfitness and another video. We're just about mid-month, December 2018, coming up on the new year, and that is the whole purpose of this video. So just wanted to talk a little bit about some preparation stuff going into the first of 2019. A lot of people are going to be doing the fitness thing, like, the whole new year, new me thing, and trying to set some new goals and trying to get themselves situated to make a transformation into a new phase of their life, whether that be fitness related or financial or whatever related. A lot of people make goals and try to push forward at the beginning of the year. So with that in mind, a couple things, keynotes that I like to focus on anytime that I work with a client, and they're very Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People oriented. So I'm going to kind of just touch on those few things and hope that maybe they resonate with you and that you can take some of that thinking and apply it to whatever it is that your goals are going to be moving forward. So some of those things that I always like to come back to is that we must begin with the end in mind. So whatever your path is going to be, you must say, like, okay, well, where am I hoping to get to? And sometimes you need to work backwards from that. And sometimes you need to say, okay, well, the end result is X. And right now I feel like in order to get to X, I need to first do C. And if you have a zillion steps between, C and X, whatever they may be, then you need to start thinking about that and what it's going to take to get to X. So some of those things might be dietary related. Well, some people like to take an approach of like, let me first clean up all the junk out of my diet. And that might be one way, or let me hire a coach, and that might be another way, someone that has more insight and maybe can just guide them along the path. So, and that's just one approach. The other thing might be, from a financial perspective, you might want to say, like, I want to save $10,000 by the middle of the year in 2019. And you might need to start looking at all of your stuff. So you might say that, well, the first step is like, well, how much am I making and what am I spending? And start to kind of slowly break down a process that's going to get you towards whatever your goal is. So begin with the end in mind is always the first. Secondarily, I think that, the statement, the main thing is to keep the main thing is probably one of the most important things to focus on. So whatever that main thing is, so like we said, we're going to begin with the end in mind. So the end result is the main thing, and we need to keep that the focus. And a lot of people, especially myself at times, will start to become a little bit more tangential, or something will pop up and you have Dora brain and you're like, ooh, look at the shiny thing, and you forget what you were focused on. So in order to allow that to not happen in your life, maybe you should set a goal booklet that you can always kind of refer back to and say, like, okay, the main thing was this, and what did I do to work towards that goal this week? Or if you need a daily reminder, or we have smartphones now, we can do basically anything. You can have an alarm go off every few hours to say, like, remember to do this, and that will help you get towards your goal. And then after a month, you might change that alarm to say, now, remember to do that. And whatever that thing is you can help move you towards that goal. But whatever that goal is, the main thing, that focal point, needs to remain the main thing. We can't go off with Dora brain on a bunch of tangential things and think that we're working towards the goal and find out when we're a month away that we still have all this work to do because we got caught up, drawing diagrams instead of actually working, or thinking about going to the gym and never actually going, or talking about planning what your diet's going to be and never actually going to the grocery store and buying the appropriate foods, or even trying to track your numbers, your macronutrients, or any of those type of things. So those are two of the primary things I always like to come back to. I think that they're great staples. And obviously the first step of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is to be proactive. And that kind of has a twofold meaning, and one of those meanings is to be response-able. That's kind of the way they break it down. So response-able means to, like, accept responsibility first, but also be able to respond in the way that you are able to make a change, not have something happen and have an emotional response to it and be like, oh, my life's horrible because of X, Y, and Z. But say like, okay, well, this happened and I can choose how I'm going to respond to that, and therefore making yourself more accountable and being able to take more control of the events that take place after that. And secondarily, also, it's a twofold, be proactive is twofold. The other part of that is when you're being proactive, you are making choices, you are planning for the outcome. So an easy example of that is meal prepping. You know, people weigh their food in advance. They choose even if they don't make their food, they might choose what restaurants or items they're going to order from someplace that they can buy in, or they're not going to have salad dressing with this and they're going to buy that, and they know that they're going to go to dinner with their friends, so they look at the menu in advance. Those are all proactive steps in order to help you achieve a goal. So be proactive, don't have emotional responses, accept responsibility for what is happening to you, and make action happen in response to that. Don't let the action affect you in such, or the thing affect you in such a way where you have an emotional response, and that dictates your mood and outcome of your mood and week and month for an indefinite period of time. Start to take responsibility. And then on top of that, start to plan. Start to say like, I'm going to do X in order to achieve Y. I'm going to do Y in order to achieve Z. And hold yourself accountable. Be responsible. Be proactive. So be proactive. The main thing is to keep the main thing, and you must begin with the end in mind. And if you can stick to those things and really start to set key notes to yourself and make a plan and stick to that plan, those will be very helpful foundational concepts. So going into the new year, try to keep those things in mind. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, please leave a comment or message me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, I'm Adam from Atomolsonfitness, and thank you for watching.